Love Ki Ghanti 1. You Can't Decide When It Rings. Written by Mr. Deepak Satya. Chapter 56. The Mobile Phone. By telling her sister about a special incident in her life, Shabnam wanted to make her understand that she should not sacrifice her studies for boys, because not all boys are like her lover Prashant. During the conversation at the end of that incident, Shabnam accidentally mentioned the mobile phone. She was forced to tell her younger sister about another special incident in her life, which had happened in class 12. I wish I could study with you early in the morning. Being with you creates a rhythm. Topics get cleared very fast. When Shabnam said this, Prashant laughed in surprise. Both of them were studying with their friends while sunbathing on the school grounds. After listening to Shabnam, Prashant reacted as if he had solved a huge mystery. That's the problem. I was wondering why your productivity is not improving, Prashant said laughingly. Only then did Shabnam come to know that Prashant had been scratching his hair for a long time, thinking about how Shabnam's speed reduced in his absence. The reason was Prashant himself. Because of Prashant, rote learner Shabnam had developed the habit of reading and understanding. The job of government school teachers is only to get good marks in school politics. They do not care whether the children understand or not. Their focus is only on ensuring that the principal does not get them transferred or get their salary delayed by sending a negative report. Children either study on their own or go for tuition. This is the reason why most of the toppers in schools in Bharat are top-class rote learners. Shabnam was also such a topper. Her father did not have the money to send her for tuition, so Shabnam insisted on rote learning while studying herself since childhood. Because of Prashant, she had given up her habit of rote learning for the last year. Prashant had taught his friends and Shabnam's friends to read and understand. Everyone kept asking each other questions continuously to check whether they understood the topic deeply or not. Whenever they studied with Prashant, Prashant used to take everyone deeper into the topic. Due to this, both he and others could understand the topic well. This was the reason why Shabnam used to clear maximum topics in minimum time while staying with Prashant. During regular classes, they did not get time to study together, so Prashant used to make notes for Shabnam. When Shabnam used to read those notes alone, it took more time for her to understand the topic because she did not have a companion like Prashant to ask questions. As shortly as Prashant understood the problem, his mind started searching for a solution. Just a week later, Prashant arranged for an old phone and headphones for Shabnam. Every morning, Shabnam would call Prashant and say good morning to him, and both of them would immediately start studying. Babita, sitting on the second cot, felt that Didi was reading while speaking, whereas Shabnam was asking questions and answers with Prashant at that time. The mobile network company had released the night pack, keeping the lovers in mind, so that the lovers can make love at low prices from 12 o'clock in the night till 6 in the morning. These two lovers started taking advantage of this night pack to study from 4 to 6 in the morning. Gradually, Shabnam started growing the way Prashant wanted. As a result, Shabnam started giving almost equal competition to Prashant. Both of them, who were in the 12th class, were beginning to see the destination of their dreams very close. Just a minute, if he was more intelligent than you, then how come you came first every time? Babita asked while interrupting her elder sister. As shortly as Shabnam started answering, Mommy G knocked on the door. She banged the door repeatedly. Both Shabnam and Babita understood what suspicion might be scaring Mommy G. When Shabnam opened the door, Mommy G immediately started searching for some boy in the house. She only found Babita, who was lying on her cot, acting feverish. Mommy G was sure that her elder daughter was looking for an opportunity, could call her lover home, and publicly ruin their family's pride. If only she had known that her future son-in-law was working day and night to make himself worthy enough that one day he would rightfully come to ask for her daughter's hand. Only for this reason Prashant never went to meet Shabnam. After the mobile incident, Prashant did not want any new problems to come into Shabnam's life because of him. So tell me. Before sleeping at night, Babita repeated her question. To answer, Shabnam picked up 2 notebooks. One notebook was of Shabnam, and the other was of Babita. He opened both the notebooks and presented them in front of Babita. Babita felt that the hint of the answer would be found in these notebooks, so she started reading them. Don't read, just see, said Shabnam. Saying, let me see, but what? Babita started thinking, and after some time she got the answer. Handwriting? Babita asked, surprised. He writes so badly that I don't understand how he came second. Shabnam laughed softly. Babita also started laughing. Both the sisters kept laughing softly for a long time. Shabnam had talked to someone about Prashant after 4 years. That's why she was very happy. She could feel Prashant around her. Babita understood that although her sister had shared important events of her life with her to make her understand, she was feeling very happy by doing so. Babita also had a keen eye on Shabnam's body language. She had found that since noon till now, there have been positive changes in Shabnam's body language. She could clearly see the impact of love. After a while, both of them started sleeping. But both of them were not able to sleep. A question was revolving in Babita's mind, the answer to which was also revolving in Shabnam's mind. After an hour, Babita sat up but did not dare to question her elder sister. She remained sitting like that for half an hour. Shabnam, unaware of her younger sister's problem, stood up and saw Babita. What happened? Shabnam asked softly. How you? Babita became silent after saying just this. Shabnam felt that the thought that was troubling her sister too. Shabnam had to take a decision that should be taken by Bharatiya parents as well as schools. The decision to give sex education to children. Hearing this, family members often get goosebumps. They are bitten by an insect called shyness which paralyzes their tongue. But such family members forget that evil people do not become silent just by seeing your tongue silent. On the contrary, they become more active. Let us try to understand this situation from the thief's point of view. Some thieves came to a city to steal and started trying separately. 2 thieves saw a house each in a deserted area. In the first house that the thief saw, there were alert guards present, and the family members of that house were awake even till late at night. Will the first thief take the risk of stealing here? If yes, what are the chances of it being successful? Whereas the second thief found the house where there was no guard. The members of that house are sleeping after taking sleeping pills. That thief came to know from his experience that even if a wedding procession passed from outside that house, they would not be able to know about it. Will this thief steal from this house? If yes, will he steal alone or call his associates also? Will all those thieves together just steal money from that house, or will they bring a big vehicle and vacate that house? Apart from this, also think about whether they will steal from this house only once. Or will they keep coming there again and again with the intention of stealing? Because they know that everyone in this house has a habit of sleeping by taking sleeping pills. Exactly the same is the situation with children. Children are very easy prey for Satan's slaves. They exploit children at many levels. You would not even imagine that when abuse reaches a child's ears, it causes such a huge blow to the child's childhood that it swallows his childhood instantly. The aim of Satan's slaves is to turn children into sex toys so that he can spoil not only their childhood but also their youth. Just think about it, at an age full of enthusiasm, when children have to develop their minds and bodies for the rest of their lives through studies and sports, their minds and bodies get engaged in sexual activities. Parents can give their children the best facilities by enrolling them in the best school and sending them to the best tuition, but even if they want to, they cannot ensure what is going on in their children's minds. Wrong information about sexual activities seems so interesting that children's minds remain engaged in it. Even if they want to, they are unable to stop themselves from thinking about that topic. In such a situation, the hormones that have developed in the body also create excitement, and the information received from the outside world tempts them. Think about it and tell me, what is the fault of the children in this? In such a situation, it would be wise to provide children with proper sex education at home, as well as in school, so that when Satan's slaves come to them with wrong information, they can resist them and also call the right people for help. In ancient times, Bharatiya children were given sex education at an early age in gurukuls and also at home. This was the reason that their minds did not go towards sexual activities. They knew that the appropriate age to have physical relations is 24 years. Before that, focus should be put on improving the body and mind so much that more than 120 years of life can be spent happily. That night, Shabnam decided that she would give sex education to her younger sister, so that Babita would not commit the same mistake she had made.